Jeremy, it depends what you're trying to find out, I would say. You shouldn't only ask questions that support your hypothesis.
I'm not trying to, like...
And you influence people. I talk to you. Every time you talk, you're trying to... So you're explaining...
Does it reflect...
So you're
no, I'm not trying to give them any...
Can I talk? You're describing the podcast to them?
No, I say, what is the dating world like? Because does your opinion reflect what I'm hearing on YouTube or anything like that? And then I don't say anything more than that. I'm like, just let me know, like, you know.
But that right there is influencing people.
How? I'm just asking for their experience and what they are experiencing. Does it reflect what's being said in the zeitgeist?
Because you are sitting there saying, are you having an average experience? Is your experience the same as everybody else's, that experience that I'm reading about or that I'm hearing about? Because I have no idea. I'm not fucking part of that sample, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I tell people, I'm like, I'm not in the dating scene, but I have people that are in the dating scene, and I want to know what they're saying is true, what you're saying is also true, because if the reflection is like in these podcast discussions, just like what we're having now, if women are saying one thing, men are saying the other, but we're hearing on social media, freaking news, whatever the case may be, it's like, is that true? Does it reflect, is what women are saying on podcasts reflecting what's happening here? Because I did think about this at one point. You brought it up to me. You're like, well, how can you really take the opinions of these women here? These women are on the West Coast. These women are in the East Coast. Same with like men and stuff. So in my mind, I'm like, that's true. No one ever really talks about the Midwest. So that's where that's where I'm coming to find that it doesn't matter where you're at. It's literally all the same. Everybody's, at least right now, everybody is going through the same thing. So many people are so focused on social media and the quick swipes. It's just not,
But right there, if you say that, so many people are focused on social media, on the quick swipes. You are influencing you're taking how you're seeing it, how you're seeing other people seeing it.
And
throwing that opinion in there, and then of course people are gonna be like, "Well, I agree with you."
What does the stats and the data say?
So that's the thing. You aren't getting data by talking to a specific group of people.
No, okay, but if we were to look up the numbers, because I know people keep track of that. If we were to say, all right, let's look at the numbers and see how often.
But your expectations are this, and then you project your expectation. You are literally observer biasing. You have these expectations because you see them online, because you see that people on the East Coast, West Coast, nobody talks about the Midwest, right? So you are observing that, and then you are projecting your expectations on the answers. If somebody were to disagree with you, you literally, just like you say to me, the exception doesn't make the rule. So right there, you're taking what somebody is saying and diminishing it. and saying, well, that's just the exception, because your expectations aren't that, therefore it couldn't be true.
But if the exception was the rule, then we'd all be millionaires, we'd all be athletes.
Okay, but I'm talking about in the dating world. I'm not talking about the exception to the rule in life, Jeremy.
No,
That's what you're using your observer bias again by having these expectations.
So what you're saying is that in the dating world, everybody should win.
No. That's not what I'm saying, Jeremy. I'm saying that you, personally, have been watching all this stuff on, in the world, on YouTube, and on fucking social media, and on all these different places, TikTok, wherever, and you're seeing this information. Therefore, when you go out and, quote, interview people, you are taking your observer bias, you are taking your expectations and you're projecting them on the results. And then if anybody were to ever disagree with you say, well, the exception doesn't make the rule. Therefore, anything that doesn't meet your expectations to what you think your answer is going to be is just...
Well, no, because if they have the data and the numbers to prove it, then I would say, okay, I'm in the wrong.
So
I'm in the wrong.
Data and the numbers to back. No, it's not about you being right or wrong, Jeremy. It's about your bias, your expectations, shining through to your interviews with your participants, and your cherry picking. Is it literally like observer bias rings so true for you?
No, it's like I said. What matters is the information, and that is correct. Like just like when I was watching.
Your expectation is that, Jimmy. That's the thing. Your expectations is that this information is correct, and therefore you do anything, go out of your way to make sure that your expectations
That's not true, because like
are being fulfilled. Otherwise, hear me out. The expectation or the exception doesn't make the rule.
Yeah. The exception.
So there couldn't possibly be any other perspective because your perspective is.
No, there can be other perspectives, but if
you have
okay.
expectations for your research.
No, but what I'm saying is like okay, the exception to the rule. If there are 10 people and 10 people have like the same view, idea, they adhere to society, whatever, and one person's like, no, I'm gonna be this way. That's the exception. That doesn't make the rule. Everybody else is going.
But you assuming that the exception to the rule could make the rule, even though there's like, it could be more like, instead of only 1 out of 10, it could be 5 out of 10. But you think that because you think it's only one.
Well,
person,
then
you project.
That would be a
cherry pick.
That would be a 50-50 split.
But you don't see it as a 50-50 split
because that's like ones and twos don't. I'm not saying that they don't count. Okay, those people count. But what I'm saying is exceptions. Because like.
So ones and twos do count. However, you're not interviewing them. So you're.
No, I would gladly interview them. But like I said.
You would gladly. So you haven't interviewed ones and twos. You're telling me.
What I'm getting at is like in the generality. That's why you hear that the exception.
What does it say about you that you're not interviewing ones and twos, Jeremy?
I'll interview anybody. I'll talk to anybody. I have no problem with that. My thing is though, like you believe that fucking everybody that the exceptions make the rule, but that's not the case because, like I said, even if you were to take it out of the aspect of life, what?
I just don't place my expectation and my hypothesis in the forefront of my research.
Okay, well...
You interview people to find out, but you don't say, well, is what's going on online true? Is what I'm seeing on TikTok and all these other social medias true? Right there, you are literally loading the question to basically just get a yes. You're not going to verify.
No, I don't want a yes. I want an actual...
Then why are you loading the question? You don't have to say, is it true? You could say, instead of that, you could say which of the following are true, and then give like an A, B, C, or D. So that's even still biased right there.
I'm not. No, I just want to ask, like, what is your perspective? How do you, like?
But if somebody
has a perspective,
I've heard you, and you'll interrupt them and be like, well, I'm just asking. I'm not asking about that specific thing. I'm asking about this. And so you are leading them to drink the water that you want. You are leading this horse to water. and you're trying to make them drink.
So I'm telling how their dating experience is and what they're going through.
You are by saying by saying I've been seeing this on TikTok and I want to know, is it true? And then so you lead into the conversation like that, which is right there. You have your expectations. That's what you expect. And then if somebody gives you a contrary answer, you say, well, you're the exception to the rule. So you're not actually part of my survey. Like, you're cherry picking it. You're saying, well, that doesn't fit this narrative, so I'm going to move on to somebody who's agreeing with me. And you'll only listen to the people agreeing with you. Because right now, you don't even want to listen to me because I'm disagreeing with you.
I am listening to you, but you keep going back to, like, the exception. And like I said,
you think it's an exception, but it could also be a rule. But
if that were the case, like, you know, exceptions, like I think about it in these terms. Outside of life, exception does not make the rule. And I think about, like, okay, jiu-jitsu, the exception is Gordon Ryan. Everybody else is stuck in the rule. Like, he's so far ahead of everybody. Like, for 4 years, current now to the present, he is still undefeated. And my point is that, like, he is an exception. He's not like everybody else, because if everybody was, like you're saying, the exception, everybody would be as great as Gordon Ryan, and he would not be 4 years undefeated, 56 matches. That's an exception. That's what I'm saying. And I understand it's hard to put in that scope, because it's like, well, there might be 100,000 here, but there's 10,000 people here. So how are they considered an exception? It's just, you know, the scale and scope of the size. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
you're alarming.
What do you mean?
Because all of a sudden, because there's 1,000 people, because the size is so big, they're also exceptions. Like, it can't be like a mixed bag of situations. It has to be that they are the exceptions to the rule.
Right, but it's like, you know, and same as like military terms. 1,000, if like you were to put 1,000 soldiers against 10,000 soldiers in hand-to-hand combat, those 10,000 soldiers are going to beat those 1,000 soldiers. And I don't make anything. It just is what it is. It's reality, you know?
See, that's the thing. Reality doesn't exist. Your perspective on reality does.
No, reality just means, like perspective is how you see it, but reality means, like, it doesn't matter how you see it. It is what it is. Like, you could try and say, oh, like, a tree falling, that's reality. But fucking whether you were there or not, or how far away, that's the perception. Or if you heard that sound or not, that's all the perception. But it doesn't matter what you perceive. It doesn't change the fact that that tree fell. Just like, you know, I told Steve's kid was telling me about, like, fucking how junior high sucks ass and shit, because, like, you know, people put these peer pressure and all this other shit, and I just told them, I was like, look, man, junior high is bullshit as far as, like, how people treat you. If they're making fun of you, it's because of their own inadequacies. And what you need to understand is that, like, people's opinions of you really doesn't matter, except for, like, I told them, I was like, are any of those people, when you go home and you go lay your head down in your bed at night, are any of those people in your house, in your bed? Are any of those people there in the morning when you get up to have breakfast? And both him and his friends said no. And I said, so just remember this, exactly. Just how you told me no, but those people aren't in your lives, like in your personal. They don't matter. And that's how their opinion should be of you. Or how you should view their opinion. You shouldn't care. And if you let people's opinions affect you, then they win. But if you just focus on, like, as far as they go, you know, I told them as long as they just put the focus on studies, financial literacy, good habits, trying to exercise, learn skills, whatever that may be, and to value your time.
Oh, here's a Kevin Samuel fucking bias. It's called self-selection bias.
Okay.
Or volunteer/voluntary response bias. It occurs when the research participants exercise control over the decision to participate in the study. A great example of this is call-in radio or TV shows soliciting audience participation in various types of surveys, often on controversial and hot topics such as abortion, gun control, or affirmative action. Those individuals that choose to participate in the study are likely to share some characteristics that distinguish them from the ones that chose not to participate. For instance, people who usually have substantial knowledge or strong opinions might be more likely to spend more time answering a research survey than people who don't. As a result, your sample will not represent your entire population and often overrepresent people with strong opinions. It's like the people who call in to Kevin Samuel's fucking shit.
Sure.
They are a self-selection or volunteer/voluntary response bias.
I just kind of feel with...
Because those people are willing to put themselves out there and be judged and criticized like they are whenever they call in to shows like that.
Okay.
And therefore, they're a different kind of sample than the people who aren't saying anything.
I'm so good at this, I scare myself.
This is kind of what you were saying, how you'd be happy to interview ones and twos.
Yeah.
No, this is survivorship. Another common bias in research is survivorship bias. Note that it occurs when a sample concentrates on subjects who pass the selection criteria or process and ignores subjects who didn't pass the selection process. So if they're not in the dating scene, then obviously they're not allowed to answer the dating scene questions.
Well, okay. Why would you have someone answer dating questions who's... Like, why would I answer...
Have in the past, or maybe there's still around people who are in the dating scene. They have friends who are in the dating scene.
Okay, well then you would have to put that in, that information, to say, hey, this person is not in the field, but this is what they're observing.
Survivorship bias can produce overly optimistic results or findings from the sex. For instance, the record of existing companies or organizations as the indicator of the overall business climate, you will ignore the companies that failed, hence no longer exist. Okay, so that one's kind of a tricky one. So it's like the business climate, you can't really judge it based on just the successful ones. You got to think about the failed ones too, because I see, because they survivorship. That makes sense. So the people who actually make it. So the people who had relationships but they failed. And now they're not in the dating scene anymore. Do they not count in the dating scene survey?
No. They count. Listen, like I said, everybody counts, but... because I'm not trying to say, a person's opinion or story is invalid, or is in... it's not wrong. If they're single but they're choosing not to date, okay, cool, but what's your perspective? That's information you can still use. But, if you're trying to get a feel for that, who are actively participating, okay. And you can make side notes so that way you can build the cases for the exceptions and understand how deep the exception to the rule is. So if it's closer to becoming a 50-50 split, or if it's becoming to where, like I said, it might change to where the exception is now the rule and the rule is now the exception. Things like that do happen. Nothing is concrete and solid, but that's why I always, oh god damn it. That's why I always say, that's why I always say, babe, the numbers is what matters. And if if it is 50-50, then guess what? Yes. I have no problem saying it. It's a 50-50 split. Just like I have no problem saying that if it were to change and it was to suddenly be like, whatever the case, our argument, and it were to change and you were to see it in the numbers, okay, that's fine. Then that's what you see. And I can't argue that. And I'll gladly say, yes, this is what it is. This is the case. Well, that's my thing. Because like I said, I have no problem talking to anybody, everybody. But I'm also not willing to just say, this is what's up.
That's the thing. The exception to you against the rule.
Like I said, what to me makes the rule is what the numbers say. So if the numbers reflected something otherwise, then I'm not gonna be one of those people that, it's not this way, I can't accept it. No, it's like, okay, this is how it is, this is what the numbers say. Even if I don't like it. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the whole, when Trump got elected, we had this, like, it cracked me up. Stretch came over and was like, Trump is president, all this and that. How's that make you feel? And I'm like, that's fine. I don't give a shit. And, like, he thought I was going to be, like, that meme where you saw that girl who was, like, freaking out. Like, I told him, I was like, bro, I'm a libertarian. I don't care. Let Trump, I think Trump is a fool. Just like I didn't believe in Hillary Clinton. And I told him, I was like, and I voted for Joe Jorgensen. And that's my thing is, God dang it, bro. I'm trying to do some stuff here. No, I don't want that. I mean, that's all. I get what you're saying, babe. But for me, all I care about, honestly, is the truth of reality. And then, honestly, I'd like to see, like, happier people. It's like, I'm not going to say the government has done us wrong, but because, like, the government is a non-living entity, but the people that are in it have done us wrong, civilian-wise. And what I mean by that is, like, no one taught us, like, when you were in high school or college, did they ever teach you financial literacy?
Yeah,
They tried to. What does that mean?
I think it's one of those jobs that school isn't really supposed to do with fucking parents teach you financial literacy.
Yes, but see
Your parents teach you
but that's the problem,
they don't.
is that the problem is all right, what were we talking about, babe? Huh?
Financial literacy.
Yeah. So the problem is that, like, schools they teach us, like, useless shit. I mean, not all of it is useless, but did they ever teach you about taxes? the school. Because unfortunately, like, here we are making the argument, like, well, our parents, your parents should teach you. But to that I say, what about, like, you remember how I was telling you, like, you can only do as well as your parents? Like, there are people who can, you know, self-teach themselves and whatnot, but usually, generally, you only see people do as well as, like, their parents.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
What little help I can offer
so
is
it's one of
yours.
those, like, your parents are busy. How, like, I can recall back in the 1980s where, like, my parents, like, they're working. It wasn't at that point yet where, like, they're working all the time, but it was just kind of here and there. I mean, they were working full-time jobs, but it wasn't like, you know, a crap ton where, like, I see friends working, like, long hours or double jobs, and so it's one of those, like, when do parents have time to teach themselves things that they need to learn? You know, because think of how much time a person uses social media for. Like, who just, like, that was something I was talking about last night with somebody. I was like, hey, what are you doing with your time when you're not, like, after you get off work, what are you actually doing? And, you know, he told me straight up, he's like, oh man, I just kind of, like, scroll around on Facebook, and then I go to YouTube and watch some videos, or maybe Twitch, and it's like, why aren't you reading books or working on your skill or craft? And he's just like, well, I don't know, I'm just kind of, you know, comfortable just, like, chilling out doing nothing. And I told him, I was like, well, that's the wrong answer. You need to you need to fix that. Okay, no more of this, oh, when I, you know, get around to it, or, you know, when these problems arise. And I told him straight up, I was like, no, dude, wrong. You need to put yourself on a schedule. You need to eat correctly. You need to be reading books. Because I asked him, I'm like, how many books have you read in the last, like, we're coming up on December, so at the end of the year, how many books have you read up to this point? And he was like, I've only read 5 from January to now. And I told him, I was like, I've been reading.
More than a lot of people.
True, that is, but
You've read that.
yeah, I have. I'm almost on 8.
List them all off, then, Jamie. List them all. I want to hear all the books you read.
Okay.
I don't believe it.
I read Stocks, Financial Literacy. Let me go get them.
So you're struggling out too, so that's
are these ones, and then the one I was thinking of that I didn't.
4,
Four.
5.
The one I don't
1,
have.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3,
The one I don't.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, hold on. And then the one I don't have is no.
Parkinson.
Yeah.
Charles Bronson.
Yeah. And then
That book was a little bit of a lot, but okay. He was just talking about how you're getting so much confidence, like, different times.
yeah, but it's got great information for working out without weights, calisthenics, and a bunch of other stuff. And then you come home on to this one, finish it out. So like,
But that's only 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the other one's 5, 6. That's only 6.
before you're not finishing this.
I know, but that's only 6. That's not 8.
7, and then
So
I
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the other one, you got 7.
yes,
But you haven't finished that one.
correct.
So we really shouldn't be counting. So
Okay,
you've
fine.
read one more book than what that dude has read, according to that stat.
But my point is that like, okay, I asked him.
I find that he read 5 books to be just like fine. Like I'm not like, oh my god, you piece of shit.
I never said piece of shit.
I know you didn't, but you're just acting like.
Yes, but wait. Can I explain and finish? The point is that it's the content of what he's reading. Because I asked him, I was like, cool, I'm glad you read that many books, but what is the content you are reading? Because, like, is the content that he's reading, is it adding up to the necessities that he needs to help him in his life right now? And unfortunately, no, it was not. And that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, good for reading, but as far as actual material, it'd be like you're going into real estate, but they tell you read your real estate book, do your study and all that shit, and you go off and read something on map making. Like, it's like, what the fuck? Why would you read map making when you know you need to do real estate, this real estate book? That's what I'm getting at. Like, hey, cool, you got through that content, but it's not the content that you need. Whereas, like, what I was telling him, my explanation, the content that I'm reading, that I read, is in relation to things that I need. And that's what I'm trying to get at. And so, that's what I'm trying to tell. I told
Like,
him.
are you able to pick up every book and tell me how you've become a better human being by each one you've read?
Can I tell you, like, right now, offhand?
I mean, like, can you pick up each book and say, well, this one taught me this that's valuable? This one taught me this that's valuable. I mean, obviously you don't want to do it right now. I'm pretty sure.
Well, then why would you ask me?
I'm just saying, like, can you?
Yeah, I would say,
I think so.
so, let's see. Charles Brunson's Solitary Fitness. Help me out. Okay, so Charles Brunson's Solitary Fitness helped me out with understanding like calisthenics a little bit better as far as on a routine past what the military taught me. Then I would say Arnold Schwarzenegger's bodybuilding guide, obviously bodybuilding. It teaches you the mechanics of exercising and working out, and then it gives you like bits on diet. Then you go to, let's see, the next one is Atomic Habits. It gives you lots of instructions and things that will help both in your personal and professional life. Let's see. Then I would say Stocks 101 teaches you the basics of stocks, and I would say it gives you the confidence to start understanding the language and having a financial plan more than just I work my job and have my savings. Let's see. Management 101 has taught me how to handle people also how it has helped me with like the basics of understanding like business. Same with like accounting 101. That one has helped me understand. Like as far as in the principles, I haven't applied it yet, but it has helped me in understanding. You need like an order of operation to do things. You need to hire like a CPA. You need to have a business plan. You need to have your finances. You have to. There's like it teaches you the basics of keeping track of.
Guess what? I'm playing is Yankees.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you.
Sure.
Okay, one. The bases.
So, yeah. I would say that's what I've learned, and then also I would say, what was the other one? Huh? So yeah, like, well, basically, babe, I try and look at books that give me actual. Like the thing about it is, babe, is you got to be reading books. Like, read books that are going to help give you advancement. Because, just like you and me understand and know, life is not fair. And you have to... You have to give yourself every opportunity and chance that you can get to get ahead of the game.
You managed to kill it.
Because, I mean, that's what it is. Life is not fair. And, for me, I understand that life is not fair. And, but with it, in understanding that, that's why I do all the stuff that I do, because I want to see Johnny do good. I want to see Blake do good. I want to see Drew do good. I want to see Enrique do good. I want to see everybody that I interact with. I want to have them to have the best possible outcome that they can. And I mean, whether you believe it or not, or I get that you're damn, this is frustrating to what?
Definitely gonna be success on.
What?
You got so pissed when I did that.
Old white dudes when their wife insults them in front of everyone. Haha, she's a pistol, isn't she? It's called being able to take a joke. He's a good sport.
So, are you gonna go to Spanky's
Yeah, for sure.
and watch Matt play?
Yeah, for sure.
Alrighty.
It's called being supportive. And it's actually mainly to hang out with his team, obviously. Matt's not even that good, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
he's my best friend. I'm gonna wear one of my new fits that I bought.
Yeah.
I need to order, I need to use your phone. And I need to go over to the office place and it's open. I want to look up, I don't even know what it's called though.
What are you talking about?
The office place that has a UPS store in it.
Yeah, it's the office.
It's close.
It's. Where are you at? What are you looking at?
I went over on 2 yesterday and it was fucking closed, but I might check it out again though.
But you need to go up there.
Okay, I'll go up there. Let's see if I can. I'll bring money too, just in case. Even though it's free.
It says right here they're open.
Really? I haven't actually looked, so yeah, you're probably right. I just don't know when they close. I want to throw a pizza so bad.
Order a pizza.
I'm being bad though. That's bad.
Well, then go to the gym. Or eat some leftovers.
Yeah, Jerry.
What? I'm not the one who was saying. You're crazy. Need a spanking. Spank you. Your face.
No!
You're fired.
I fucked that one up.
Yep, you did. You're fired. That's fine. Any other shit talking? Okay. Just checking. Anything else you want to debate?
No, dude, not really.
Okay. What the? Then you're gonna order a Villa pizza.
I would never.
You talked about it.
I'm too chunky.
Oh,
I
okay.
have to weigh myself and then decide.
Okay. Wow. Okay. I wasn't expecting that. But I can respect that. I know I need to eat. I thought about making cinnamon rolls, but no deal. I know. But, well, I've been doing this. No, don't you even dare. I will jujitsu you in the ground. Where are you going? Nope. Don't even. No. Stop. Why you gotta be such a butt? Stop. Quit. You're in that fuck around and find out. Stop. Oh shit. I gotta check. I got something new. I don't know what that means. No. Bro, you're still in that fuck around and find out mode. You need to stop that. No. Stop. I don't care, bro. Get on with that. I'm dead. I was reading in, man, they really just don't have anything to talk about news-wise. Apparently Disney edited, the bad guys, crotch region. It wasn't Disney friendly. What do you think about that? Is that hilarious?
His crotch is too big?
Apparently. That's what the news is. That's what they're saying in the pop news. I guess the argument is like the trailer compared to the actual movie. Somebody pointed out, they were like, "What the heck is going on here? CGI editing, da 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 da." I was like, and I was dead. The comments is what really cracked me up. I was like, damn. Somebody was like, "Y'all really that thirsty, huh?" Man, I need some mana regeneration more than anything.
Ham isn't better than turkey, isn't it?
I know. I saw that shit and I was like,
That's the thing, like, what in anybody's
"Who
right
hurt
mind?
you?"
Like, ham tastes like rubber. Turkey, good turkey is, yeah, it's a little bit, it has that dry texture, but in a good way. Like, not super dry.
What the? We just had like amazing turkey and here
I
you.
just ate from the breast and it was a little bit dry. I like it.
Okay.
I don't know who hurt me, but whoever it was.
I definitely can agree with you on the ham. Ham just tastes like you're eating rubber.
Yeah, ham tastes like rubber for real. I mean, like, okay, I will say I've had like the outside of ham that has like the pineapple on it, and I like the pineapple that touches the ham because it has like a hammy taste.
Sure.
But like that's
the
a
ham
different
itself.
texture. Yes, the ham itself. The skin in the ham is okay.
Are you sure you don't secretly like ham? What? Ham? I was saying, are you sure you don't actually secretly like it? Oh, why?
I went 144.2 and I haven't eaten yet.
I need to eat breakfast. I've already had breakfast. Actually, it's lunchtime. Tis the question.
Oh, that's wide frame.
You want a less wide frame?
Well, my frame would be less wide.
Screwed that one up on myself. No.
Dude, that might not like. praying. This is fantastic.
No. So what are we eating for lunch?
Well, I guess I can make some food, but right now I'm going to the UPS place.
I bought some some Kodiak cornbread.
Oh yeah, I'll just eat that shit or whatever it is.
So yeah. No, not the keto one. I bought the protein one. Yeah, I want to try it out.
I found my other sock magically in the fucking laundry. My blue sock. I must have I don't know what happened. But
I probably found it.
Well, it's like I had one in the fucking hamper, but I couldn't find the other one in the hamper, and I was a little concerned because I figured somebody fucking took my sock at work, on accident. You know what I mean? Pocketed it and then didn't realize it.
Who the fuck is pocketing?
Well, because people grab all their shit in a pile at work, because people will be unorganized. May does that. She'll have a bunch of her shit out. She'll grab it all and put it in her bag, and she's not even realizing that she accidentally took somebody's undies, or took somebody's socks, or took somebody's something. One time, Genesis had her fucking hoodie jacked on accident, and she had to walk out in a fucking a stripper shirt, one of her bras or whatever that she brought for work, because she didn't wear anything under the hoodie. I do that too, you know what I mean? Wear a hoodie and there's nothing underneath it. And then it turns out it's that was a bad plan of attack. Because somebody ended up fucking taking her hoodie. And then she said a couple weeks later she saw Brittany wearing it, and she was like, yo, that's my hoodie.
Bitch, give me
my
my hoodie.
Oh, I just found that. And she's like, oh, I found it, she said it was in my, she said she grabbed all her shit, or she thought it was all her shit, and it turned out she accidentally grabbed one of his hoodie. She's like, it just appeared in my shit one day. And it's yeah, bitch, that means it's somebody else's.
It just appeared.
She said it just appeared.
It was magic.
Right, it just appeared in my shit, and that,
If you find something that's not yours, what the fuck? Is that the thought process?
I think sometimes in the fit, yeah, it can't do that.
I just found it. This is mine.
It's not necessarily I just found it, this is mine. It's more it appeared in my shit and I didn't know who it belonged to, so I'm just rocking it for a minute, and then if they recognize it, which Genesis did, I asked her, did you get it back? And she's like, yeah, I got my hoodie back. Good.
What happens if you don't get it back?
Well, I mean, how that happened, if you're around people enough, certain people, they're gonna eventually fucking wear it, you know what I mean? They didn't just steal it to just have it. They're gonna fucking use it, and then you're gonna fucking see it.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about the crimper. I think that nobody stole my crimper at the Bullet. Fucking Gigi said, she's like, I left my straightener here one day and it was stolen. And it's yeah, that fucking sucks.
Yes?
But I mean, a crimper is a little bit more distinctive. If I see a girl who never crimps her hair and starts crimping her hair, I'm gonna be sus. I'm gonna be oh, where'd you get your crimper from? If my crimper went missing. I mean, and she'll probably just say Walmart, and I'm not gonna be completely sus. I'm not gonna shun her or be pissed, but it's likely story. My crimper comes up missing, and all of a sudden you're crimping your hair. That's a little bit sus, but okay. For real. Yeah, it's not an exclusive style to crimp your hair. Coralie has the same crimper as me. I've seen her use it. The exact same. My crimper, actually, whenever I touched it, it was a little slightly warm to the touch, and I have a feeling Coralie came in, crimped her hair with it, and then wrapped it back up and put it on the table. I have a feeling Coralie didn't have crimped hair and then decided she wanted crimped hair.
Well, I
can't tell. I was maybe it's just warm in here, but this crimper is a little warmer than I would expect.
My thing is, why didn't you just write your name on it?
And I should for sure write my name, Dottie. I will. I will do that really right now. I've never thought of that, to be honest. Either way, fucking Malibu could have written her name on her straightener and it still could have gotten stolen, no matter what. There's a little bit of a lesson to learn.
God love you. See, there you go.
Just on like the little extra handle part. Like, hopefully it doesn't stay out here.
That or
But I mean, either way, if somebody wants to steal my printer, it's not gonna, my name being on it's not gonna happen.
right.
Although it might, if they were to be like using it, they'd
Well, if you want, I've got it. I've got a. What kind of plastic is it?
I'm not worried about the printer, dude.
I was gonna say I'll engrave it.
This is how it This is how it should have felt. And whenever I got to it at the bullet, it was like warmer. It was warm to the touch, and I was a little bit sus of that. I was like, somebody used my fucking crimper. But like, I saw Corley had crimped hair, so I immediately was like, she probably used it and said, oh, it's
I don't understand why people share brushes and.
This shit, Jeremy, this shit has heat of like over 500 degrees. I'm really not worried.
Yeah, but that doesn't stop slimy and grimy.
Just high key, I'm not worried about sharing fucking shit like this. Or a person like that. I know that like you might think that that's like taboo or like fucking weird stuff. But, like,
I kind of feel it's in that same range of sharing makeup.
I can assure you that it's not. Because makeup actually goes on the fucking it touches like all of the fucking, like if it's eye makeup mainly. I think sharing eye makeup's the issue. Like if you're like using the same foundation.
What about lipstick?
The same sponge. Yeah, lipstick is definitely bigger than the rest. But and people have mouth like this and shit. But as far as like bacteria on their face, I'm like not. I mean, they can use a different sponge for my foundation. Like a little bit of dab of my foundation, and then they fucking do it with their own sponge. Who gives a shit? Which I don't bring in makeup anyway, so it's like I'm not even like part of that demographic or whatever. But of like people who share makeup because I don't bring makeup in to share. Like yeah, like I've had girls ask me to use my deodorant, and I know that one's nasty, and I still let them because I don't know, like.
Gross.
That would suck to not have deodorant. I do need to have an alternative deodorant, like a spray-on deodorant, so then they don't have to touch their armpits with it. Sometimes I tell people no, it depends on the person.
What if that person had MRSA? Because
It
that's
depends.
an area that holds MRSA.
Yeah, it depends on the person. for sure.
Staff.
And also shaving your armpits opens up like little cuts in your skin, basically. And that's why I don't. That's a big reason why I don't like shaving,
Just trim.
and why I don't shave. Fuck
Just-
it, I don't even trim. Like my armpits are hairy and they're hairy. If people don't like it, I just wear t-shirts at work all the time and just pull them up. I never take my shit off because I know that like some dudes are caught off by it, and I get that. I'm not like oblivious to the fact that like some dudes don't like that shit. I also don't care. I pissed off my regular guy showing him my armpits. He was just like, what the fuck?
Yes? Hello? Hello?
I was just saying, I don't give a shit about that regular opinion. Like, sure, I showed him my armpits to be goofy, like, because he was talking about how I was lazy about my leg hair, and I'm like, oh, you want to fucking see me, quote, lazy? Check out these pits. Show him my pits, and he just wouldn't even look at them, wouldn't even make eye contact with them. Just looked away, like this, we're in a dance, and he's just like looking embarrassed for me. And I'm just like, I'm dead. I'm not
That's-
embarrassed, so why are you?
Well, that's because, like, remember, he's thinking like most dudes.
Yeah, I know. I like that dude who asked him the question about something about hairy people, and it's just I saw it on my fucking Snapchat, TikTok feed. Like, why is hair a problem? And she's just like, I don't know, is it? And just fucking takes her shirt up and shows her fucking pits that are hairy, and he's just like, doesn't say anything, but the text says that escalated quickly. she just smiled and walked away. I mean, she just said, I don't know, is it? Showed him the pics and then walked away. It didn't really escalate at all. I mean, like a little bit, I guess, because she showed him the pics, but I'm dead that it said that escalated quickly. Did it?
Suffered first. Their bodies changed, their eyes filled with a hatred of mankind that is beyond instinct. Now it is we who must bend and bow like saplings before the sea-born king. The firstborn of the kingdom of Calm greeted us this day. The firstborn of the kingdom of Calm was buried this day. Even our children are not spared the Black Spirit's touch. What have we done to enrage Rayclast? We look to come. Our king will lay the spirit of this land at peace.
open, but I forgot your phone that has the packaging label on it.
Here.
I didn't even go in. I literally noticed and then realized, like, I don't have this information, so I can't go in. I'm just glad it wasn't like, get there, go in there, and he says, where's your label that you need to have me scan? And I'm like,
Oh, it was a guy?
I saw him sitting at the,
Was he tall?
I don't know, he was sitting at the,
It might have been. Hello? Ow!
Damn, are you okay?
Harold, your nails. Bro, I'm getting the bag. You're getting a... You're getting a nail trim today.
I don't even know where to find it.
Nope, lay down. Yeah.
Settings.
What are you looking for?
The return label. I already, like, got the process. Oh, it emailed you?
Probably.
Yeah, I don't have your email.
There you go. Just gotta...
It's like recognize your face or whatever.
No, I just have a...
Thank you. It's a cookie. Ah, there it is.
hold on. Good. I'll leave this on in case you need to pull it up. Pull your mom out.
Hello.
Sorry, I totally forgot. Fuck that. Got about 40 of my boys. Daryl, what are you... Bro, what are you doing? You're... Dude, lay down. Just... Look. Come here. Here. Just hang out. There you go. Bro. Well, damn. Here, just chillax. Nope. Just hang out. You're so aggressive. But go away. Alright. Ooh. No. Come here. No. Stop. Come here. Lay down. Bro. Stop. No. Come here. I'm gonna do jujitsu on you. No. 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 Just no. Doing cat jitsu on you. No. Nope.
Theopolis prison's a child's playhouse compared to this. They sure don't make them like they used to.
Are you taking a nap?
The tale of Brutus was a popular one in the schools of Theopolis, taught in the hopes of deterring students from ambitions not condoned by the Templar. Brutus was warden of Axiom prison and one of the most feared men in the Eternal Empire. But there the histories end, and the myth begins, with Brutus commissioning a witch to transform him in a mad attempt at immortality. A moment of hubris that didn't end well for anyone. If it's true, then Brutus has my pity. Some of
Nope. Stop.
There's a fine line between man and monster.
Stop.
There's many... Welcome.
hang out.
Yes?
Just be cool. Be cool. Be cool, Daryl. Just trying to. Stop. Come here. Come lay down. Come here. Yeah. Come here. Come here. Come sit down. Lay down. Nope. Nope.
heart of the goddess, every man and woman is deemed worthy of redemption. Though you might be shackled by the tribulations of the past, the trials ahead offer you both freedom and glory. The future is yours if you're bold enough to reach out for it.
Yeah, it was the tall guy. He said he knew you.
Yeah.
Because I gave him your email because I had to redo the shipping label. He's like, you gotta cancel the return, you gotta do a different return, you gotta... He's like, this happens all the time. And I'm just like, alright, buddy, then. And so he just knows the whole process step by step.
Yeah.
And, told me how to do it, basically.
Yeah, he's cool.
He was like, Jeremy, is that who? Whenever he looks at the email, and I'm like, yeah, that's my boyfriend. And he was just like, oh, that's fun. Which I don't know what that means. Like, what does he think of you, Jeremy?
What do you think of me?
Yeah, what does he think of you?
You know, honestly, I don't know. It's been so long.
Well, how did you act at Cracker Barrel?
Oh, man.
Where'd you go next?
You gotta remember, like, at that time, I was, like, 16, 17, so... What is that?
Sushi.
Do I know that, but what kind?
I don't know, it has, like, California roll ingredients inside it, plus it has a cute topping that I like, that looks tasty.
Okay.
It's the chef's special, and it says that imitation crab spicy sauce and sushi sauce on it, but it doesn't have any cream cheese or tempura shrimp. And then I got the classic, like, tuna too.
Nice. Okay.
They only had spicy shrimp as far as, like, the other rolls, so I was like, Jeremy would want spicy chicken. It was so awkward, though. I thought I had at least, like, 17, 18 bucks. And I get to the register, and I pull out, which I have my card. I was like, I have my card, so, like, all else failed, just use it. Like, well, I was short literally 4 cents. I scrounged around in my pockets and everything, and she just covered me. She said it made her day, honestly. Because I was just being silly. I'm just like, I got this, guys. I got this, and kept digging in my pockets.
Dead.
And I was like, well, I gave to the Salvation Army, and I feel like that's what fucked me. And I was like, he was joking.
No, I just cleaned your, I was
wondering, I searched for my bag. I searched through my bag, and there was nothing in there.
Good God, there's a lot of change in here.
Why would you do that, though? Like, I hate whenever people mess with my stuff because that exact reason. My shit gets fucked with, and then I don't have the change for my goddamn...
Well, because what happened was I moved your bag and a shit ton of change. It was like I fucking beat Mario up or something. It was just like, or Sonic hit coins. I was just like, God damn it. Coins. Okay, fine. We need to get you like a coin purse.
What little help I can offer is yours.
Fucking Diane texted me. I didn't want to be annoying to her because, you know, she's busy. So I didn't text her whenever the class first started, but it seems like she wanted me to keep in touch with her. She's like, just seeing how your boss is going. And I was like, God damn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, bro.
Welcome.
Oh yeah, I better do this real quick. Oh, that's dope. Little skill. ask, take a look at behind my ear and tell me if it's been bleeding. I mean, it's not now, but...
No, but that's fucking gross, Jamie.
What?
I believe it. It's nasty.
What happened?
What happened with the giant pump? Huge.
Yeah, but I'm...
It looks like a keloid. It looks like soap got up into your fucking under your skin, and now you have a ball of fucking irritation.
No, you know what it is? Ricky headbutted me in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, that is like nasty cauliflower ear.
Yeah. Didn't really answer my question.
Is it bleeding? No, I told you it's not bleeding.
Oh, was there like a scab on it?
There's a little, along the side of it, there's a little red mark. Like it might have been bleeding at one point.
Okay. That's what I thought. Because I thought there's like dry skin or a scab there. What? Yeah, well, I got it this morning.
Yeah, I think so. The
Yeah, he's cool. I like him.
I looked at him and I saw a picture of him in his Asian life.
Yeah. Yeah.
He probably said that's fun when I said you're my boyfriend because I didn't say you were my husband. He's like, oh, you guys are having fun. You're in a cute little couple relationship.
Yeah.
I don't know if that lady's his girlfriend or wife, but I imagine she's his wife.
That's his wife. They've been married for a while.
Exactly, so it's fun. I think he wasn't necessarily saying that it was like fun that I was dating you specifically, but it was fun that we're dating. That people still be dating instead of getting married. I agree. It's very fun.
Yeah. Alright. What are...
Do you want to cuddle?
What?
I said, do you want to cuddle?
I was thinking we were gonna eat.
We are, but do you want to cuddle about it?
What, afterwards?
Yeah. Do you want to eat that sushi or do you want me to make eggs and broccoli?
Ooh, choices.
For real. Pick.
Well, I guess the question is, are you... Huh?
Try to play games with me.
I'm not playing no games. I guess the question is, how...
choices.
Well, what I...
fucking pick.
The question I have for you is, how hungry are you? Are you gonna eat, like, all the sushi? Some of it?
I'm pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll eat a little appetizer and then cook eggs.
Yeah, there we go.
There's a way to do this in a certain order that's not wrong. Honestly, when the sushi sits in the fridge too long, though, it ends up tasting kind of a little too cold. So I'm glad that we're doing this. I don't like it whenever it's so cold you can barely taste the flavor.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about? Whenever it's in the fridge so long that it's like it doesn't even taste like anything.
Yeah. I do.
Yeah. I didn't think that was a relatable experience. You just said you understood.
You know.
That one's good.
Yeah, that's fire.
That one's good.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. Has like tahini up in there or some shit. That one's good. I'll eat my spicy roll. Well, I want you to eat some too.
Well, I will.
Babadook. Put it where Daryl stands on your thing if you don't want to hold it. You know, I wish I didn't put sriracha on this shit.
I'm eating sushi like a savage.
It's good. Good. Nothing wrong with that.
I was gonna look at this. They just unlocked something new for me, right here.
What is it, Babadook? I haven't heard you call me kitty boo boo fuck yet.
My bad. Boo boo kitty fuck.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's so long. Don't worry. I'm gonna give you a real name.
I like boo boo kitty fuck.
I'm boo boo kitty fuck.
One more of that.
Alright.
This one's bad.
Here, boo boo.
Thank you. Boo boo sounds like a little accident. Like you made a little, you fell.
Alright, kitty fuck.
I like kitty fuck. You could just call me kitty, dude.
Alright. I'm down for that, kitty.
Like from, that 70s show, I could only wish to be as cool as her.
Go away!
Hey, she sounds like that.
I'm gonna.
Stop it, Daryl.
We gonna fight. We gonna fight. We gonna fight. I don't think so.
Touch his nose with sriracha finger.
Mm-mm.
He'll never fucking touch you again.
Why?
Because sriracha's spicy to Daryl.
Is it? I don't think so.
You think he'd like it? It's spicy to
What
him.
is-
Oh my god, what is he doing with his long ass tongue?
That's what I'm saying. He don't give a. He's not phased. Look at
He's
that
like,
shit,
that's fine. He's a sicko.
bro. You can't be eating. What is that? Fish eggs? No, that's tahini, like you said. Here, babe.
This one doesn't have tahini on it. Oh yeah, it does. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
That's what he's eating. Like, bro, stop eating.
Both have tahini.
Go away, Daryl.
Boo boo kitty fuck.
You're horrible right now, Daryl. I hate you.
Do you want another piece of this, baby?
No, go for it.
Well, no, I want
Kill
you.
it.
No, I want you.
I'll take whatever you don't finish.
One more piece. This is the big piece. This is the biggest one that I. Oh, it's a little on your face. Lick it off your lip. Daryl, get out of here. Why are you such a beggar? Put your nose in the wasabi and then tell me if you're fucking enjoying yourself.
I'm telling you, hot sauce don't phase him for
Not
some
what
reason.
wasabi does.
Anyways, let's see what it says.
This one's the best roll I've gotten from Penny Market so far that doesn't have fried food in it.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, that was interesting. I want to say. Okay. Damn, that was spicy.
Do you want another one? Just one more. Let me pressure you into it.
Alright, give me one more.
Okay, just one more. You need to brush your tongue. Woo. That one was located very close to the wasabi, so.
Now I can taste it.
I know, I can't do it.
It's pretty good.
They're also dumb. You can't get the fucking plastic off the sushi and he's just smelling the outside.
Daryl. He's so horrible.